In the twilight of his storied life, Frank Sinatra often found himself lost in thought, reflecting on the loves he cherished, the losses that shaped him, and the friends who left an indelible mark on his heart, Marilyn Monroe among them. The circumstances surrounding the tragic death of the iconic star on August 4, 1962, continue to shroud her legacy in mystery. According to Tony Appadisano, Sinatra's loyal confidant and former road manager, the singer held a stark conviction. He believed Monroe's overdose was no accident. Frank believed she was murdered, Appadisano reveals in his memoir, Sinatra and Me, in the Wee Small Hours, adding that this painful belief haunted Sinatra for the rest of his days. Appadisano describes the beautiful camaraderie between Sinatra and Monroe, friends rather than lovers. While Frank certainly found her captivating and humorous, he felt Marilyn was too emotionally vulnerable for a casual romantic entanglement. Still, she turned to him in moments of intimacy, confiding her secrets, including the tempestuous affairs she had with both John and Robert F. Kennedy. When those affairs fizzled out, she expressed her bewilderment to Frank. "I don't understand why they shut me out completely once I stopped sleeping with them."
Is it?
Oh, yes. I use it myself.
Oh, then you do recommend it. I mean, off the record, between friends.
Definitely. It costs only a few pennies more than ordinary toothpaste, but a reason.
The weekend before her untimely passing, Monroe sought solace at the legendary Cal Neva Lodge, a hot spot near Lake Tahoe co-owned by Sinatra himself. Unbeknownst to the public, that weekend was meant for reconciliation with her ex-husband, baseball legend Joe DiMaggio, who was staying close by. In a twist of fate, Marilyn intended to announce their reunion at a press conference the following week, stirring speculation about possible revelations regarding her relationships with the Kennedy brothers. Appadisano clarifies this misconception by sharing Sinatra's belief that Monroe wouldn't have divulged any Kennedy-related secrets. She still harbored feelings for Jack. In a rather shocking turn of events, Appadisano relays that within days of Monroe's death, Sinatra's attorney, Mickey Rudin, informed him that Marilyn had been murdered. This chilling rumor, also whispered among the ranks of mob boss Sam Giancana's associates, suggested a sordid involvement from either Robert Kennedy or the mob itself. Sinatra had multiple sources claiming she'd been murdered with a Nembutal suppository. Over 5 decades later, the truth is still draped in shadows. Appadisano writes, "Conspiracy theories abound, and I can't lay them to rest," noting that Sinatra's spirit was perpetually haunted by the loss of Monroe. She wasn't the only one he reminisced about in his twilight years. He often discussed memories of fellow Rat Pack members like Sammy Davis Jr. and Dean Martin during long, nostalgic nights at his cherished Palm Springs estate. These once private anecdotes, now shared with the world 23 years after Sinatra's death, reveal a human side to the legendary superstar. "I aim to paint a portrait of a man few had the privilege to know as intimately as I did," Appadisano reflects. "I believe he understood that someday I would share the stories he wished the world to hear." Join us on this journey through the betrayal, intrigue, and heartache in the life of one of music's most enigmatic icons, and discover the deeper connections that forged the man behind the legend. Sinatra's tale is not just about fame. It's about friendship, grief, and ultimately the quest for understanding in a world that often feels incomprehensible.